piece.
Secret House.
Secret House Against. Yeah, here goes a little comment response video, and we just launched a Patreon. I want to say thank you to the 5 patrons that we have. That would be correct, right? To call them patrons?
Yes.
Because Patreon.
Patrons.
Oh, man. You know what? I don't have their names either. Okay. Well, I do, actually. Forgive me because the Patreon app, I'm like an old man. I don't understand the shit and how it works. I got to make sure that you get the login so you can check it out and shit too.
Let me thumb through it.
But we've got 5 patrons right now, and a few of you are giving us more than even the tiers requested. We've got Drunk Monk. I'm gonna read the names off of the Patreon page. I'm not sure if they're the same names that are on their YouTube channel or whatever, but I'll just read them off of. I think that's the proper way.
I think maybe we should put a Google Sheets or something down on the Patreon page that our patrons can see, and they're like, what do you want us to call you in the shout outs? I think that's how most creators do it.
I have no idea how to run and operate that, and it really made me feel like an old man. Like, I got a message from Idiot Doom Spiral, and I was like, how the fuck do I find the message? I'm like pressing everything, and so shout out to you guys, man. I will say that it feels tremendous. I feel really good to have the few of you give us some of your hard-earned money. And I never really wanted to monetize any of my work. Mega Late Show, we never really monetized it, and that's been going strong for a while. But for you guys to pop out the woodwork immediately as soon as we launched it, very much big thanks to you guys, and we will continue. Jet and I know we didn't say we're going to give more content, but it definitely has lit a fire under us to try to get you guys reviews every week. And, I'll put the Mega Late Show content on there too. And largely, I think Jet will probably be around for a lot of those if he can make it, as well as the co-host.
Sure.
So first, man, shout out to Drunk Monk. He gave us $1 a month. Shout out to Kilafuru, who is the cat that he had the great comment on the Marlon Craft video.
That's right. Yeah.
And we also got
our first patron as well.
Yeah, word. Shout out. The first one. Well, I'll never forget it. Also, Renee Estevez gave us over $5 a month, I think.
Oh, shouts out to my man Renee.
Yeah, shout out to Renee. And I think he mentioned also that he needed to put down a Patreon to get you a pair of real fucking headphones. So shout out to him. Also, our guy Idiot Doom Spiral. Man, I've been chatting with him a little bit on the messaging when I can figure the shit out. He said his name is from
Disco Elysium.
Yeah, and you were telling me about that. I never got to it yet, but apparently there's very strong leftist themes littered throughout it. So yeah, incredible name. I fucking love it. He drew the inspiration from Disco Elysium. The name of our channel, Secret House Against, I got that title from an old Buck 65 album. An album that I really didn't love, but the title was just fucking hard, so we went with that.
Country rap joint, right? There's a lot of country theme in there. It's kind of spoken wordy.
Yeah, it's like a post honky talking blues or whatever he called it. But yeah, old Buck 65, man, a tremendous artist. I'm still a big fan of him. And also, I don't have it listed here, but I believe that we got the No Name, the artist, the great, the incredible queen herself, who's been in our comments. We saw her subscribe. Sometimes they'll let you know who subscribed.
Really excited about that.
I was like, oh, No Name. I respect you for liking No Name. Maybe you got inspiration to use No Name's name as your name. But when I clicked on it, it was the queen herself. So man,
it's weird because on some apps, I think on the phone, it doesn't show the little blue tick, but then if you look at it from the browser, it's like, oh yeah, No Name, blue tick. I was like, oh shit.
She hasn't been making music as far as I know recently, and
she's
I know
a librarian now.
Yeah, she's doing a lot of reading groups, a lot of powerful black leftist literature, and I think that all of us could, especially cats that don't read, shots fired. A lot of us could benefit from that, and I appreciate the work she's doing. I will be putting together more reading groups here in Japan. As you guys know, I work with the Legacy Lounge sometimes on their public forum speaking joints, and for the most part, I'm one of the only actual leftists there. And I've been talking with the Platypus Affiliate Society, and I'm probably going to be running the Japanese kind of group and hopefully get some literature translated into Japanese for Japanese speakers. So, you know, I love that she's doing that, and it's of tremendous importance, you know. So shout out to her. She gave us well over the tier amount, man, and me and Jet kind of been high off of that for the last few.
That shit made my week for sure.
Yeah, man, tremendous. So shout out to all the Patreons. If I'll always put the Patreon link in the comments. And we appreciate everybody that can toss $1 our way, or you know, whatever you got. And if you can't do that, you know, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. We love all of our followers and the people who are in our comments, regardless if you guys are paying or not. And we're gonna just keep trying to kill it for everybody, patrons included.
Like, we never intended to. We never started doing this because we were trying to make money.
Right.
You know, there's no money in underground hip hop. Like, even the artists that we fuck with, you know, the artists that we've reviewed aren't a lot of these people have day jobs. But the fact that people are actually, you know, so into what we're doing that they're like, we're going to financially support that is like really, really humbling. It really means a lot.
Tremendous, man. And we always try to, you know, actually, if I could kind of segue us right into the comment response. We did receive a comment from No Name a few weeks ago. Let me pull it up here. On our top 10 hip-hop albums of 2020, she left us a comment that said, the best hip-hop reviews on the internet. All of you have introduced me to so many artists. I just want to say thanks for sharing. P.S. I know you guys don't like to review bigger artists, but I feel like it would help bringing more visibility to the smaller artists that you review. Agreed. And she also says, and selfishly, I wanted to hear y'all's take on the JID record. LOL. Regardless, y'all are great. Me and Jet are going to We'll figure that out. I think we'll hit some bigger artists. I think. I
actually disagree with the both of you on that one. My man JT as well. He was also he's always been pushing me like review some of the bigger artists. Sometimes I know he's just doing it to fuck with you, but I know he's like he wants us to promote to push some bigger artists so that we can shine more light on the smaller artists that we review. The only thing is the Kendrick review and the Tyler review didn't do well.
That's true.
Like the most successful reviews we've had in terms of view counts and, you know, subscriber intake has been like backwards stuff. It's been like Billy Woods, Mike,
Quelle Chris,
stuff like
shine,
that. Right. Generally speaking, the Aesop Rock joint as well.
Yeah, that's true.
The Tyler only got like a couple hundred views. The Kendrick only got a couple hundred views. I feel like maybe because it's so saturated in that market, you know, the amount of people talking about major artists, that the algorithm just doesn't favor us in that respect. It's just not. I'm happy to talk about that stuff. I think also it's worth it, especially when Spade gets back, just because, you know, Spade is the people's champion. Yeah. Spade has probably the most kind of straightforwardly mainstream opinions musically of the three of us, and I know Spade would like to talk about, you know, the JID, for example. That was his album of the year.
I would have liked to do that one too, because despite you know, my inclination towards underground independent music, I do listen to a lot of more popular artists. My nephews are constantly sending me music, the shit that they think that they, you know, that is dope, and I'm familiar with a lot of these cats, and even throughout my entire kind of life listening to, I've heard every Jay-Z album, I've heard every Kanye album, I've heard all of them. I just don't, I don't know, I feel like a lot of times I step into it and all I hear, we'll discuss it another time, but I think we will get to some more, especially when Spade gets back.
I don't know how much that's going to affect the growth of the channel, how much light we'll be able to shine on the smaller artists. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong for what it's worth.
Yeah, for me, you know, I would love to see more people just gravitating towards some of these artists, because I think they're some of the most powerful and incredible artists out, and they don't get a lot of buzz because, you know, the algorithm and also just a variety of things. So we're on that. Shout out to No Name for that comment. If I can keep it moving, we also got a comment from our man Double A. 2 comments, 3 comments from our man Double A. Always just, Double A is a producer out of Texas, and he's done a lot of work with Chris Crack, one of the channel's favorites. And, you know, we play his beats in the background quite a lot, and he's just super dope. So shout out to Double A for all the love. He's constantly giving us love on Instagram and all these things. I want all you guys to go and check him out, especially if you're in a mood for just like some background beats to kind of chill to, maybe write some rhymes to.
DBL-A.
We've got our man, is it Demi?
Deem? I don't know.
Deem?
I feel like he told us in a comment as well.
Fucking so trash.
My bad.
Yeah, my memory is so trash. But he's got a few here. So let me go ahead and first on the Phiik and Lungs recording, and I'm pronouncing it Phiik because we were corrected by Lone Sword, by Lungs himself. He helped us out with the pronunciation because I was saying Phiik, like fix your mouth, like Phiik.
Well, I asked you when we were about to review. I'm like, oh, is it Phiik or Phiik? And you were like, yo, it's Phiik. You said it with such confidence.
I swear I heard him pronounce it like that on the album, him or Lungs. I thought I heard it and I felt confident about it. So yeah, that's my bad. We never want to mispronounce anybody's name, but we're on it now. But he said under that video, he said, yo, this review convinced me to listen to the album. Thank you guys. Well, that's what we like to hear. Also, Phiik himself shouted us out. He said, salutes to y'all, man. Appreciate you guys taking the time to listen and tap in. Much love. Love to see when the artists come in and give us a little love. We also got another person named Catharsis Creed. He said, I got introduced to Phiik when he collaborated with Duro. You should check that one out too. This is an eclectic album, freeform style, dope shit. The only thing I have against the album is that it is too long. That's one of the things we kind of commented on too. It is a bit long. Lone Sword Lung said, it's Phiik. Like, come on, Phiik, do your thing.
Do your thing. Cruise for me.
Yeah, nice review though. Y'all, thanks. Shout out. Really appreciate that. Jet got a nice shirt response on that. You're wearing the shit shirt.
He's wearing the shit shirt.
Love the shit shirt. Angelo Cortez said, what do y'all think about Aldivino? His shit sound like impending doom for real. And that was one of the things I said about the album, impending doom. Aldivino is super dope. That Triple Black Diamonds 2 with Knack, SD Knack.
That was on your end of year list, right?
It was like a dark horse pick. Like it could have been in the top 10, but I just didn't place it there. But yeah, we'll get to an Aldivino album sometime soon when he drops something and it's on our schedule. He dropped a few last year that I'd like to have done, but we were a little bit busy and inconsistent. So shout out to all the comments on the Phiik and Lungs joint. If I could look at the Maxo album now, let's see what we got. We got a very strange guy. He says, thanks so much for always putting me on, especially to this album. Shit is nice. Just as surprised as you to see Sifu and Liv on a Def Jam record. But hey, it doesn't sound like the music suffered. So I'm glad Maxo's getting paid. Which is like, we've got a few comment responses about the Def Jam aspect of it. And the new Sage, the new Navy Blue, is also a Def Jam album. And we are going to review that maybe next week or something like that, right?
Yeah, we'll get around to it.
Yeah, we're gonna do that, of course. Scaring the Hoes, and then we're discussing which one to do, but maybe Lord Apex. Not sure yet. But yeah,
our man BZ put us onto that one this morning. Actually, I woke up to that message.
I got the video too, but I was I drank for the first time in 6 months last night, and I wasn't like hungover because I was pacing myself real well, but I definitely felt it. I felt like like, man, I was just going to sleep for another hour. So I saw it. I hit the like on it. But yeah, shout out to you for that. He also this guy, a very strange guy. He says, unrelated, but went to see Mike at the Velvet Underground. Dude rapped till basically he was losing his voice. He put so much emotion to his bars. Really feels special seeing him in person. Amazing show. Definitely recommend if you ever get the chance. If he ever comes to Japan, I'm on it.
For sure.
Neonte was the first opener, and he was great. I really liked Neonte on that album, too.
Yeah, he kills on that record.
Not the Maxo, but on the Jadesy. The Jadesy. So, he's super dope on that. First opener, remind me how crazy it is to see somebody get on stage and bar out. Not sure if you guys are into Plug, but 454 was the second opener, and the crowd was basically moshing. Somehow the craziest show I've been to just off the openers. You guys seem too old and chilled out for that sort of energy, but I think it's hard. Yeah, I am too old for that energy most of the time. But I think, depending on the music, if the Black Midi crowd was any different, I would have been moshing there. But nobody
moshes in Japan.
Yeah.
I went to a festival the other day and like some pretty intense music, like some Chicago footwork type shit, some punk, like some really intense stuff. Everyone's just standing there politely applauding while I'm like going crazy. I ain't too old for that shit. I'm not too old for that shit.
I don't think I am too. Depends on the music. You know what I mean? You're not gonna catch me moshing at like a fucking Travis Scott concert or some shit. You probably won't catch me at a Travis Scott concert, but word. Shout out to that guy. Let's see. We've got TF. He says couldn't recommend Kia. Enough, honestly, she's a great neo-soul singer in that hip-hop renaissance lane. She produces a lot of her work as well and is a multi-instrumentalist. This isn't necessarily a precise comparison, but she's like if you gave Erykah Badu, Mike, and Pink Seafood beats to work with. In fact, Mike produced a lot of Forever Your Girl. You should give it a listen if you have time.
Which I did. Yeah. I did go and listen to Forever Your Girl. It's fucking sick. Yeah, no notes. Strong recommendation.
Yeah, I got to do the homework. There's always so much music coming out. I definitely try to do the homework on all the recommendations, though. I'm on it. Our man Beezy, shout out again. Kia is dope as fuck. Forever Your Girl is one of my favorite albums back when the world was in lockdown. Also, for some reason, that joint, Face of Stone, I could hear Sade all over that. It just gave me that vibe. And speaking of Devin Morrison, I was literally just listening to What's Up by B. Kool-Aid. It's a single from their upcoming album, which I'm really excited for. Likewise. If that Be Cool album drops, I think we're going to have to review that joint.
Did that not just come out?
I thought it was, I saw like a 3-track.
Oh, March 31st. It's like next week.
Okay. Yeah, we're on it. We're on it. Maybe like 2-3 weeks for now, but we're on it. Also, our man, Cancer Biologist, always in the comments. Love this guy. Enjoy this album. It has a mood that I do not consciously seek to bask in, but when I listen to it, I enjoy it. Also, really looking forward to the new Be Kool-Aid album coming out at the end of the month. Slum Village Vibes. Shout out to Cancer Biologist. Demi, always with the ill avatar pictures. I should mention that. I see some leftist folks in there. I'm not sure who that is in his picture right now because it's so small, but he says we love El Spade.
We do love El Spade.
We miss El Spade, man.
We miss El Spade.
Yeah, we haven't really chatted too much since he went back to the States. I know he's tremendously busy taking care of some personal things out there, but yeah, he was mentioning that maybe we could do like an OBS type of video, like an online type of thing, and if we can get it together, yeah, why not? For sure. Shout out to El Spade. Also, my man Pauly Rhyme, shout out Honda, represent. Navy Blue new single out on Def Jam 2. Navy Blue's album is out on Def Jam. When we review that, which I think we'll get to maybe next week, yeah, that's something I got to talk about too. I think it shares a lot of similarities with the Maxo in terms of how clean it sounds and polished. So yeah, that's the thing. Shout out to Def Jam, putting these guys on. Maybe give them some money. I don't know how it works out, but good. Do we have? Let me see. Anything else? Oh, we should. These comment response videos. Maybe I should just kind of like narrow them down to the ones that we absolutely haven't spoke about. You know what I mean? I don't know. Tell us what you guys think. If you guys dig these comment response videos long form like this, we'll do it. But you know what I mean? Okay. I guess. Shoot. What should we do?
People who know me online, stop calling me Zazen in the comments. People don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I saw that.
Scaring the hoes.
I saw that too. I saw Zazen a couple times, and I was like, all right, well, that's also a very dope form of meditation, but also one of Jeff's favorite groups. Shit. So also, yeah.
It'd be like people calling you worst person on there.
I got it.
This is my online handle. So.
Okay. Yeah. Worst person. Shout out.
Yeah.
Zazen. I got homies out here. I got mad homies that call me worst. They don't know me from anything other than worst. So yeah. Shoot. Let me see. Sideshow.
Should we have a few on the Sideshow?
Yeah, let me pull it up. All right, Bennett M, our guy Bennett M. Shout out. I love Sideshow's music. Thanks for reviewing this one. If I had to recommend some songs for you guys to get into him, I'd say We Gata's Brother, Sheets, and Funeral Agenda, and the song with Mike feature on Farley. I thought he was from Baltimore. I may be wrong, but I definitely see the West Coast influence in his music. In the original description, I typed that he was a West Coast MC, and then I saw Bennett's comment, and before I responded to him, I quickly changed it. But I think he is an East Coast cat, but I thought he moved to the West Coast like several years ago and was West Coast, and so if I'm wrong on that, my bad. But indeed. And then Demi, Sideshow released an album. I need to tap in. By the way, he's a feature on my favorite song ever. Word. Shout out. I'm happy about that Sideshow review. I'm glad we got to touch on him. He's a really solid artist. Looking forward to more work. Really fun album to listen to. And I think that's it, man. Let's do the Mega Late Show comments and then
get onto some reviews.
Get onto some music reviews. As I said, Mega Late Show episode 2 is Trap Face Blackface. That was an episode that me and Jet did with the homies Ghostpops and Kraftykid. And both of them are artists out here in Japan. So we did have a lot of conversations about the music scene, working within it, and things of that nature. The first comment that we got We've got our guy Idiot Doom Spiral on there. He says, if you haven't seen it, one ripper of a film that's basically Assault on Precinct 13, but punks versus Nazis, is Green Room. The tension is unreal. Patrick Stewart plays some rural Portland Nazi leader, and there's a scene that perfectly captures the ethos of what it is to be a punk. Otherwise, really interesting perspectives on multiple subjects. Ghost and Crafty are both getting a follow from this, and I love Soul Dope 95 spinning during the video. His latest is fire. Man, Idiot Doom Spiral, man, thank you for that comment. During the video, we were getting into skinheads and kind of the origin of that movement and how it's been kind of circumvented by, white supremacists in jail and shit. And also, for me, the punk ethos, political leftism of punk music is so inherently attached to that ideology that I just can't imagine being a punk and being a fucking spineless
fascist,
lib,
yeah.
or a fascist. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So that the conversation is long and it bounces back and forth from a few topics, but I think it is an interesting listen. Cancer biologist again says, bro, this conversation covered so many aspects of appropriation of black culture and experiences. This was great to hear. Bless the do-rag commentary. For black people, functional. For most other people, cool artifact of black fashion. Bless up, y'all. We did get quite into that, without like really intending to do so, but it's just a consequence of working out here. So this is what the Megalade show is for, to kind of give you guys a lot of perspectives on how it is to be out here and what it means for a lot of artists, especially those who are making music that does come from certain ideology or certain worldly experiences, and how black people have to deal with some of those things. Ghostpops is South African, but he's of mixed variety, and he can see it very clearly. And I think the only people that can are a lot of the Japanese people who have never experienced anything outside of Japan. So also he said you got to get on that navy blue. Of course we're on it
next week.
And Crafty says, thanks for having him on. Of course, my man Crafty, saw him last night at a little birthday party. Shout out to Kraftykid. Please like, follow, subscribe. Hit the Patreon if you're willing to do so. More content coming soon. Do we got anything else, Jet?
Fuck the alt-right.
Indeed. One thing, too, when they ask us our mantras at the end of that shit, my mantra is always the God is agile. And I don't know why I drew a blank at that.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough one off the top of your head, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I probably would have said fuck the alt-right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, but yeah, the God is agile. Peace. Secret hose.
Scaring the secret hose.
Oh, background beats by Roper Williams. Forgot to mention that, but peace.
Peace.